So I'm going to be tier listing every single gift card that came out for, or that has come out for the new Hearthstone event. They were not all created equally. That's why I feel like it is fair to do this. Starting with Arth's gift. It's of course 1 mana to discover Howling Blast, Death Strike, and Dark Transformation. I feel like I should make this obviously for Wild. This is pretty mediocre at best. Rainbow Death Knight is not playable in Wild by any means. The only real playable Death Knight deck in Wild is even Death Knight, and this costs 1 mana. In the future, could this be pretty decent? Actually, yes. These are all good options. Dark Transformation is great. Death Strike's a pretty good card in a pinch, and Howling Blast is swipe, but better. So, of course, these could all be, like, this card could be good if Rainbow Death Knight is ever good in Wild, but, oops. I'm going to give Arth's gift, this one, a C tier, mainly because it could be good, but it's currently just not. The next one is Illidan's gift. Discover Fell Barrage, Chaos Strike. Don't know why it's not showing Chaos Nova. Chaos Nova is 5 mana, deal 4 damage to all minions. Or, sorry, to all minions. This one's also pretty decent. It's kind of the same thing, right? It doesn't have a deck that it can go into. Taking Fell Barrage is really good for Jace Demon Hunter. It's just Jace Demon Hunter kind of sucks. Getting, 2 extra copies of Fell Barrage or Chaos Strike, not the worst ever, because they're both Fell spells, pretty good. Oops. Next, we have Malfurion's Gift. This is the one that made me want to make this video, comparing this to another card. So, you get Swipe, Wild Growth, and Feral Rage. All things considered, good options. You get 2 mana Wild Growth from this gift, not 3 mana Wild Growth, so it's just lying on the website. Which means it's 1 mana, get Swipe, Wild Growth, Feral Rage. It's one of the best ones. It's not S tier. I don't think it's the best one. I think there are 2 that are better than it, but it's like far and away better than most of the others. It gives you so much flexibility. Getting Swipe or Wild Growth are both really good, and then Feral Rage heals you for 8 health, dude. That's a lot of armor that you can get flexibly, especially on the fact that you have Wild Growth and Swipe to fill your other options. Running this in Reno Druid is pretty doable. It's not a bad card in Reno Druid whatsoever. I do think it makes the cut in that deck, and of course Reno Druid's a playable deck, so yeah. Here's the issue. Rexar's gift. Discover Deadly Shot, an unplayable garbage card. Quick Shot, an unplayable garbage card. And Explosive Shot, one of the worst cards in Classic Hearthstone. Especially one of the worst class cards in Classic Hearthstone. Why does this card exist? Why is Rexar's gift a card? This is by far the worst one. It's the worst gift. Like, that's not a question. So, yeah, I don't know what Blizzard's doing making this one. It's bad. Jaina's gift. Discover Frostbolt, Arcane Intellect, and Fireball. This is kind of like the same thing as the Death Knight and Demon Hunter one, where it kind of isn't that bad. Doesn't really have a place to go. I think you may run this in Reno Quest Mage, just people don't really experiment with decks like that very often, and I refuse to play it, so I don't know if it's actually that good. I feel like discovering Arcane Intellect, it counts towards your quest, it gives you card draw. I feel like it's not that bad of a card. I feel like it should probably go, like, right here, maybe. It's not a bad card by any means. Uther's Gift. Discover a temporary copy of Blessing of Kings, Consecration, and Equality. This one is really good. The issue, again, though, is you're playing it in a bad deck. It does have a place, it's just you're playing a Reno Paladin, and Reno Paladin sucks. So I'm going to put it in B tier. It has a place to go into, it's not a good deck. Reno Paladin is a horrible deck. Do not play it. Play, like, anything else. Play Showdown Paladin, play Control Paladin, which is a deck. I don't know what you run in that deck personally, but I've been told that it's a good deck, especially into, like, even Shaman. Play Holy Wrath Paladin. Do not play Reno Paladin. Sorry. The next one is Anduin's Gift. Discover a temporary copy of Power Word Shield, Shadow Word Pain, and 9 mana Mind Control. This is a third and fourth copy of Power Word Shield. This card's nuts. For some reason, people didn't realize that you could play this with Radiant Elemental, like, right as it came out. I don't know why. People are like, oh, this card's so bad. But, like, no, it's not. You play with Radiant Elemental, it's your third and fourth copy of Power Word Shield. It's a crazy card. This card is actually currently being played in Svalna Priest and Innerfire Priest, which are both playable decks. So, yeah, I don't know. This card is pretty nuts. Sorry. The next one is Valera's Gift. Discover Backstab, Deadly Poison, and Fan of Knives. All three of these are actually incredible discover options. And for 1 mana, it's not that big of a tax. Here's the thing. This is easily the second best one, but it's still significantly worse than this. You do run this card. I think people are running this in Kingsbane Rogue currently, which is fine. I don't think Kingsbane is even the best deck for this card. Yeah, getting 4 copies Deadly Poison is pretty good, but I think playing this in Miracle Rogue is a lot better because you can, in a pinch, get Fan of Knives, which deals like with a board, decent, like helps with the board, and it draws you a card. But mainly getting Backstab. For 1 mana, you get 2 spell procs. That's pretty decent. Backstab, 0 mana, you can kill a minion, yada yada. It makes your Arcane Giants cost less. It makes your Edwin bigger. It makes your, what are they? Frostwolf Grunt? Not Frostwolf Grunt. Whatever the 4 mana 3/3 is, it makes that cost 2 less. This is a good card. I don't know why people didn't really think this was going to be very good. Thrall's Gift. Again, this one's probably the 4th best one, if I had to say. I'm just, like, off the top of my head. You discover Hex, which is fine. It's good in a pinch. You discover Bloodlust, which, again, fine, good in a pinch. But you discover Lightning Bolt. You play this in things like Frog Shaman. You draw it. You get extra copies of Lightning Bolt. It's really good. Lightning Bolt is, like, the good card in Frog Shaman. You know, you want to draw these so you can do face damage in Frog Shaman. Frog ever gets reverted, people are going to spam the hell out of this card, and I'll be there to see it. So Thrall's Gift goes in the A tier. Gul'dan's Gift. Discover a temporary Mortal Coil, Siphon Soul, or Twisting Nether. So, this one's kind of not amazing. You would, air quotes, run this in Reno Lock. It's just, Reno Lock is so bad that I don't even think it's worth experimenting if this is a good card in the deck. It's fine. You know, getting Mortal Coil and Siphon Soul are fine. It's probably, like, right here. I'm not gonna lie. It's an okay at best card. I don't think you should ever play Reno Lock just to even try with this card, but there's that. And then lastly, you have Garrosh's Gift. 1 mana, discover a temporary Execute, Brawl, and Shield Block. It's fine. Getting Shield Block is pretty good. It costs the same as it did before. The issue is that, like, the best warrior decks right now are kind of like Even Warrior and, like, Gauntlet Warrior. And you wouldn't run this in either of those decks, obviously. Reno Warrior is not really a deck. There's no reason to play Reno Warrior over Even Warrior, but you would run this in Reno Warrior. It's not a terrible card in the deck. So just because of that, I think I have to put it, like, right here as well. And yeah, this is the tier list. I'll zoom. The tier list for all the gift cards. It's pretty far and away the difference between, like, Arthas and Illidan and Rexar. Like, these are, like, okay cards. They just don't really have a deck. All of these are kind of just okay cards with no deck. This is just a bad card. It has no place. None of the discover options are good. It's never a runnable card. If you're playing it, you're just trolling. If people play it against you, they're trolling. There's no reason to ever play this card. On the flip side, Anduin's Gift, you should run this in basically every deck that can support it. The best of these cards by a significant amount. It's really good with Radiant Elemental. It's pretty good with what's it? Like the Priestess, 3 mana, 2/5 that reduces cards in your hand for every spell you play. It's good with that card. It's just a great card. Anduin's Gift, good card. Rexar's Gift, not a good card. The others, meh. They're kind of okay. But yeah, if you enjoy, like, comment, subscribe, yada yada. Alright, peace.